when you're renting a vehicle, you need that car to make money, right? So if you're sitting there for an hour or two and you're not able to access and not able to get onto the platforms and drive for Uber, you're kind of costing yourself money there, right?
Totally. I think that in the spirit of not calling names, I do think that one of the very, very critical differentiating points for Hyrecar through the years and this Drive with Uber program on the global platform of Getaround as
Hmm.
well is just the flexibility. And
Yeah.
I think that the flexibility that the business has to offer has been a very good tool for rideshare drivers to use in order to unlock exactly what you were talking about, time. And time
Hmm.
is of an essence when we are talking about a gig driver, about a hustler that needs to be making money ASAP. They don't have time to wait in line. They don't have time to clean the car and to go into all of the back and forth with the owner or with the
Yeah.
platform. And so all of the efforts that my team
Hmm.
has in terms of product improvement these days, or in terms of customer support improvement overall, are aimed exactly at that, is to
I
how
like
to
that.
make an experience for drivers faster, more seamless, as well as allowing them to make more money. And I think
Hmm.
that it's a part of the platform that makes us so different from car share,
Hmm.
from our get around counterpart, even on car share side. Because on our platform, both parties make money.
Yeah.
Owners make money while they're posting their cars and having our drivers use them, and our drivers can finally unlock that earning potential or flexibility for
Yeah.
themselves on our platform as well.
Well, you hit on two things that I want to dig into. Flexibility is the first one. I think this is kind of the most obvious one, right? Like everybody loves the gig economy because it's flexible. You guys will get into the product, the Drive with Uber product for Getaround because it is very flexible. But I think the second thing you said that sort of stood out in my head, I don't know what the best term is. You might be more of a marketer than me, but I kind of think of it as like fast earnings. Like you mentioned, drivers don't want to wait. They need to make money, right? They can't be waiting for a car wash. The car has to be ready when they go. It can't break down, right? Like you need kind of like fast access, fast earnings. I don't know how you think about that, but I really like that your team is focused on that because I don't think people realize like just how important that is for a driver.
Absolutely, agreed. I think that both can be merged in the same topic in a way. Drive with
Hmm.
Uber program is active right now on our
Hmm.
Getaround platform. Uber drivers can, through their account, enter rental marketplace, where they will see Getaround hourly tile and weekly tile displayed in most of the markets. In some of the
Hmm.
markets, we only have hourly offering. And I think that just knowing and understanding the fact that there is no other platform that would be offering
Mm.
hourly rentals, at least since I did my last sweep. Please forgive me if I'm not up to date, but it must have just been something recent if there is one. But we have been the only ones in this for such a long time. We offer flexibility to someone who has their own car and doesn't
Hmm.
want to use it to just get a car for a few hours when they know the business is peaking truly, go out there and make money. And I think that at the same time, for someone who knows they need a car a little longer, using the weekly tile and getting a really heavy discount. I'm
Hmm.
talking about that good earnings right here and then.
Yeah.
Is another piece of flexibility, right? And that is the financial flexibility that you've touched on as well. I believe that a lot of platforms use search to book as
Hmm.
a criteria, as a KPI. I believe in book to make money as
Hmm.
an amazing KPI for us to use and to utilize when we are talking about drivers and owners again on the other side of the platform. And so there are many ways to do it.
Yeah.
There are many people who we have on my team who are looking into how we can do it better. There's pricing component, there's
Hmm.
product matchability and just marketplace liquidity overall. There is inventory and
Yeah.
how diverse our inventory is. So there are a lot of levers, and we do have many eyes looking on it. Specifically, I do want to point out very talented eyes of Katie Krask, who is leading Drive with Uber
Hmm.
partnership and has made an amazing progress in terms of geography that we're covering with them, as well as just programs growth.
What markets is it available in?
So our biggest and most fastest growing
Hmm.
are LA, Atlanta, Philly, DC, and Boston. So
Got it.
here's where our efforts are concentrated at the moment.
Hmm.
Atlanta is our fastest growing market
Mm.
for Drive with Uber, and it just so coincides that it's also the largest market for Hyrecar. So, talk about synergies.
Nice, nice. And, I guess for drivers who are looking to access the Drive with Uber program from Getaround, what's the best way? You mentioned the Uber vehicle marketplace, or can they go directly? And of course, we can leave a link in the show notes in the description for people who want to actually go and click that. But what do you usually tell drivers?
Absolutely. Yes, it is in their app. It is very conveniently built into the Uber account. When they are in their Uber account,
Hmm.
there is access to rental marketplace. And so once they click onto that, they will immediately see get around tiles. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you also mentioned something that I think is kind of cool. You said I believe you said diverse supply or a unique supply, right? When I go and click that get around tile, what kind of cars am I going to see? Is it beyond just the typical Toyota Camry and Corolla, or do you guys have a bunch of makes and models since you have that marketplace model?
Yeah, so we definitely hit it for almost any taste.
Mm.
We do try to keep it still within rational framework of a gig driver.
Yeah.
Uh, so whatever will make sense for those earnings again. Yes, Camrys and Priuses. No ill words are going to come out of my mouth about
Hmm.
those because they are an amazing money maker for our drivers. I also do want to say that we have currently been exploring cargo vans as
Mm.
an opportunity for last mile delivery drivers. And so this is one of the examples of how we want to serve a fast growing driver base that we have.
Yeah.
But also is not shying away from trying themselves on different platforms,
Yeah.
not just Uber, right? And
Yeah.
so on the hire car side, we right now have a very big active campaign on cargo vans and exploring that.